guys, it's Horatio here with another Kamen Rider double review. This time it is the Masked Rider 2, or Kamen Rider Nigo, Figuarts from the movie Kamen Rider the First. He is a re-release of one of the first Figuarts ever released, so we can take a look at the box. Got some nice suggested poses on the back. Take a look at the bottom, and we've got the English warning label, since we bought this at an import shop in Japantown, and if you really want to know about that, you can check out the Kamen Rider Ichigo review. But now that we've seen the box, let's get this guy cracked open. Alrighty, so here we've got him as he comes out of the box. Bring him up close. So I went over this in the Kamen Rider Ichigo review, but since he is the same mold as one of the very early Figuarts, he is kind of primitive because of that. Let's take a look at the details, and then we can go over all of his accessories. On his face, we can see the compound eyes, which I always like to show off on the Figuarts because they're very pretty. Got softer plastic for the antenna. You can see all the nice paint jobs, very detailed paint job on his belt. Some very nice molding on his chest plate. And on his armor. And die-cast feet. So let's go over his posability, or movability, I guess, as it were. Head can turn and rotate. The shoulders. It is important to note that unlike Ichigo, he doesn't have shoulder pads. It's a good time to point that out right there while we're playing with his shoulders. Got the elbow articulation. Ab crunch is a little bit more reduced than on Ichigo. Got our hip movement. And double jointed knees. And ankle movement. Like I mentioned, die-cast feet. And then one thing that I did mention on the Ichigo review, and I'll point out right here, is that his chest does get pretty gappy right there. And we'll do the same thing and bring out double and see on a more recent mold it is considerably less apparent. So that's just something that they eventually got over with the Figuarts series. So now that we've gone over his posability and his detailing, let's put him down and go over his accessories. He comes with 2 scarves, just like Ichigo. He comes with one that drapes and one that flows. And to put those on, you do actually have to pull his head off, which is on a peg, rather than a ball joint. And then the scarves just kind of go on. There's the draping one, but since we usually have them posed in more action-y poses, we have a tendency to use the kind of flowing scarf. It looks cooler anyway. You make sure the peg's upright so you don't accidentally snap it off, and you can put the head right back on. So there he is with his scarf. And then he does come with 4 pairs of hands. He comes with the fists that he is wearing. Grasping hands. flat hands. And these slightly less angrily grasping hands. So now that we've gone over everything, let's get him posed up. So we've got him in the same rider kick as Ichigo, which is how we've usually got them displayed together, both doing the same rider kick as a team. It's very cool looking, very actiony, and the flowing scarf definitely does add a lot to that pose. But one of my personal favorite rider kick poses for Nigo, I'll do right now. So there we have a slightly different rider kick pose, which I personally like quite a bit. It is actually one of the suggested poses off the back, and I think it is a very cool pose to achieve. It's very dynamic. The scarf adds a lot to it. Rider kick. Alrighty, so this is Horatio signing out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you at the next review.